back to this. Dr. Cheyanne Bryant called out and proves Corey Holcomb right again. This is Reva TV. I like Reva TV. She got 250 subs, man. Come on, we're going to get there, Ruffle Feathers TV. Don't you worry about it. Do you play games as well? Yeah. Streaming going. It's decent, man. It's going decent. But yeah, I play games, man. I be playing Apex. Going to play some more stuff. Like doing reactions. Like coming on here ranting. Start recording music live with y'all, man. Who knows, might go out and do some events, do some IRLs. You got to mix it up with this streaming, man, because Instagram is not where it's at no more. It's hella lame. TikTok is kind of cool. What kind of games? Most RPG. I like first-person shooters, but I'm going to start, I'm going to get into everything, man. We're gonna really start spending some time. We're going to turn this thing up for sure. But yeah, let's get into this video and see what Reva talking about.
Don't try to come with the suit jacket, the boots, and the globe. You know what I mean? You still from Long Beach. I'm thinking when I can see that.
When somebody say Dr. Bryant, it irks me. Where's her colleagues? Where's she a doctor at? Because I've done the research. If somebody is a doctor, they will be proud to show you. I'm a doctor.
Reva TV.
Ooh, Reva, I like that.
What's up, guys? It's your girl Reva,
TV.
and I'm back again with another video. And another person is calling out the hypocrisy of Dr. Cheyanne Bryant. Okay, we've seen Corey Holcomb do it constantly with the whole I'm a doctor thing.
When somebody say Dr. Bryant, it irks me. Where's her colleagues? Where's she a doctor at? Because I've done the research. If somebody is a doctor, they will be proud to show you. I'm a doctor.
And now we have Paul Pierce, who has decided to do the same exact thing because as she is known of being a relationship coach, a dating coach, or whatever the case, the fact that she has, come to the surface based off of her telling Cam Newton about his wrongdoings with his whole family structure.
That's completely unfair and it's selfish.
Just like Microsoft.
Yeah, almost. That's completely unfair and that's selfish. And so, yes, you're taking your time in this department, but you're not taking your time in this department, which means you're compartmentalizing. And compartmentalizing never works. Compartmentalizing hurts everybody involved.
Based off of her constant conversations about, the likes of Neo and what he's doing wrong and, how he, can't keep a family together.
You wanted to be married but didn't have the discipline to do it, and your wife left you because she didn't tolerate that. Maybe. And so she pivoted from you. And now you're going and he's making these other women pay for the heartbreak that he caused to himself by saying, I want to be polyamorous.
It'd be crazy because these type of coaches, they have no men. They're not married. They're not successful in relationship. How dare you be a relationship coach and you're unsuccessful at relationships? You feel what I'm saying? Like, come on.
It has caused, obviously, a lot of conversation in which, he wants to get to the bottom of. So I'm going to go ahead and press play from their interview that they had.
Let's see what she's talking
on
about,
his
man.
platform. Press pause and play, and then just give you guys my feelings and my opinions on this entire situation as we watch this video together.
Yeah, I'm reading the chats.
With you. This is about you. You flipped the script on us. We over here.
Verse uno.
Man, you sure did.
But it was good. It was insightful.
No, we need to find out about what's going on with her. She dating, single. What do that entail for a 42-year-old?
I'm dating.
Dating, but single.
Enjoying my life. I have really good companions.
How many are you dating right now?
I'm not exclusively committed to anyone, but I have one guy that I have dated off and on for 5 years. We dated for 5 years off and on.
So you was his work for 5 years? You been his work? You still his work?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I know what's going on now.
Hey.
Yeah, no.
Look, he on her head top instantly. Like, shorty, hold on, wait, you a dating coach? Like, first, out the gate, you a dating coach? Okay. Do you got a man? Oh, somebody I've been dealing with for 5 years off and on. So you're single. Boom, like you're done. What are we talking about?
It's interesting that,
It's like trying to be a financial coach and you ain't got no money. You just know, you could just tell people how to spend their money and where to invest it, but you ain't got no money. Knock it off.
She did start the conversation off by saying companions with an S, and then she talked about this person that she has dated on and off for 5 years. Now, I do have to say something about that because, there was a point where when Corey Holcomb was calling out Cheyanne Bryant, during his interview with Cam Newton, he said that the reason why Cheyanne Bryant would not talk negatively about 50 Cent is because he felt that maybe there's some type of opportunity there.
When you hit her with that 50 Cent and she was stuck, you praised 50 Cent because there's opportunity maybe there for her.
I even went back to the clip myself and looked and saw that she was actually dancing around the same accountability that she was trying to use for Cam Newton onto 50 Cent.
You mentioned Curtis Jackson. And I'm like, is he a high value man or a high functioning man? Like, I just want to know.
That's the question?
Yeah.
I'm not going to talk about where 50 is and what he's doing.
Shortly after that, there ended up being a post where, Dr. Cheyanne Bryant was saying that she was actually looking for a husband and she's ready for a husband.
For babies and a husband.
Well, they not. Clearly. They are the babies. They are the babies. And they got the helmets on. Right.
When they have a baby, I need the helmet off.
I'm cracking up.
And then in the comments,
I'm gonna just be honest with you. Who wants to date a woman who classifies herself as a doctor in relationship expert and all that, like, and your job is to go on podcasts and talk about relationships and men and all this stuff. Like, why would anybody want to, how appealing is it? What man is like, that's what I want. That's the type of girl I want right there, dog. I want a girl that goes around on podcasts talking about the perfect man and all that, like, just hypocritical. That's just crazy to me, especially as a woman who's single, like, and you're trying to attract somebody. You're trying to get somebody that's not going to work.
comment section of that post, somebody put at 50 Cent and she was like, call him out. So basically saying, although she said she didn't want a man who, has children or whatever,
Yeah,
she was more
50.
than willing to, change that ideology to be with the likes of the 50 Cents.
See, and that's what I'm saying. That when women have rules for certain men, some men can come in and them rules do not apply. Oh, I gotta I don't mess around on the first night. For the right nigga, you will. You'll mess around with the right nigga on the first night. Don't act like you wouldn't. You most absolutely will. Rules don't apply to every man. It apply to the man that really got. For the man she really want, ain't nobody. Them rules don't apply.
He was so willing.
So the guy that you were entertaining, you would go as low as 26.
That I would entertain?
Yes.
Okay.
And as high as what age?
Whatever man that doesn't have kids.
So now that she's having this conversation and saying that she's been in an on and off relationship for 5 years and she's so enjoying herself and all that, it just sounds very weird and strange to me, because based off of the conversations that she's been having, would you be looking for somebody outside of this companion that you've been on and off with for 5 years if you're so happy with them? That doesn't really add up to me.
Take the sheep clothing off.
The wolf teeth coming out. No, we
Give
have
somebody's work for 5 years.
We have been each other's companion for 5 years. And yeah, I have spent the block for 5 years, and it's the truth. And he doesn't like it. He's absolutely correct. He feels like I haven't provided.
Oh, your work.
We working together. Okay. We working together.
But you keeping him at bay. Or is he keeping you at bay?
He wants a relationship. He wants to be committed.
You just like the sex.
No. Oh.
Let's keep it.
But if you said that you were ready for a husband before, and you're looking for a husband, you're ready to settle down, you're ready to have babies, and you're ready to this, and then you have a man who's there, who's good for you and all these things, and he's wanting you to settle down, and he's wanting
Oh yeah, Karen. Yeah, I'm gonna play some, dog. I'm gonna play some horror game.
you to be committed, but you're on the internet asking for anybody else to come around, but you're happy with his companion. Again, it's not adding up to the conversation that she's had before about her private life. And I'm not trying to call her out. I don't want to call her a liar, because obviously I don't know her personally
That's like for real.
or merit to the things that she's saying about other people.
This
in
is
their
interesting, dog.
relationships. That's what it comes across as.
Want it? How you keep somebody for 5 years? That's like for real. You can't keep nobody at a distance for 5 years. I ain't never done no shit like that.
I am not vitamin D deficient.
No,
So
no,
everything is good in that department.
No.
He wants a
kept him at bay. She
relationship.
done kept him on the side until she figured out if it's something better. I see where this is going.
He just has some emotional maturity that he had to do. We're 9 years apart. He's 9 years younger than me. And so we both had to work through things, but he's had to work on his emotions and his intense insecurities around being in a
And
relationship.
you've been waiting on it. Like what's the problem? Why y'all not together?
Just because of that,
So you're waiting on that.
No, I'm not waiting on it. And I don't have him waiting.
So the D is good.
But this is so you're not waiting on him to get it together, but you've been with him for 5 years. You're happy.
And before Reva go, I'm just telling you, she talking about he got some emotional thing. Like, yo, this girl is on podcast and Cam Newton's, and she talking about, feel like, why do you think he being, that's the thing, women to say he being emotional because he putting his foot down and being like, yo, I'm trying to do this. But you know what's really happening? Let me tell y'all what's really happening in this situation, right? I'm gonna tell you. What's happening is she's not ready to give up her career and really be serious about nothing. Meanwhile, her career is going around talking about relationships And she is postponing a relationship to go around and you do that as her career. To use this as an example. You would think somebody would call themselves a relationship coach or doing that would have a solid, for a woman, you need to be married down there doing this and really talking that talk. Shorty, you out here with friends with benefits for 5 years. Ain't no telling who else you sleeping with. And that's why he getting emotional. Like, oh, you hanging out with this dude. You with this. I can't get no text back. But you just on a podcast, you hanging out. I ain't get like, yo, what? Just keep it a bean. And that's why Paul Pierce is like, shorty, you're keeping him as a little, you know, you just want him for his meat. That's it. You want that man for his meat. That's all you want. You want whatever. And he's dumb enough to willing to continue doing it for 5 years. Because he's like, hey, you know what? She got a name. She got this. Maybe she might want to commit later. But you know what? 5 years. I'm gonna smack her down. I'm gonna knock her down for 5 years. And men typically they don't care. As long as they getting some, you know, they getting it in. They get some box. They cool. They cool. They don't need necessarily to be in the relationship. Most men would say, hey, I'd rather have a box without the relationship. But the fact that she is like, cool, I'm cool with just getting the meat and no relationship says a lot to me. Red flag. That's not your guy. That's not your guy. If he's trying to get to you in your relationship, so that's what you're seeing. He trying to lock her down, but she still want to be street. She's hot girl summer for Dr. Bryant, Dr. Cheyanne Bryant. Knock it off.
Happy with your companion. You're happy in the situation, and it's leading to what Paul Pierce saying being true, that you're waiting for any other possible suitor, but you're using that as a space filler. Or, you know, if there's any, you know, whatever that situation actually really is, you know, again, because I've never, from Cam Newton, she was, you know, looking at the camera, telling them the kind of man that she wanted.
See, now this is when the conversation gets good.
Come on now. Men, this is where you turn the TV all the way up. Go ahead.
Yeah. Because you on there, you talk about you dealing with somebody for 5 years, bro. 5 years? And then you about to get on here and tell you the man that you want. After this, man, I'm done.
Late 20s would be the youngest.
And so this is the first time that there's ever been any mention of this man over, you know, her, you know, 5-year span of being with this person. It's never something that's been talked about. The only thing that she's talked about before was even like on the Breakfast Club when she talked about the person that she was engaged to before, or the previous relationships that she was in.
I was engaged for 10 years.
Engaged for 10 years?
I kept putting it off because I knew that wasn't my person. Great guy.
10 years? 10 years? And she said he was a great guy.
Great guy. He was a great guy. He just wasn't my guy.
10 years, he thought he was the guy. You strung him along for 10 years. Why you ain't let him go be great with somebody else that would appreciate him and love him?
I knew because I've been single 6 years.
But she never made mention of this person that she's talking about presently. And again, I think that sometimes it becomes this pressure that you feel the need to prove your validity and being able to talk about relationships and stuff like that. But in this case, like, you know, somebody who went to school and studied psychology and therapy and stuff like that, like, you know, you don't necessarily actively have to be in a relationship to be able to talk on, you know, things that are going on within yourself or whatever. But when you start to not talk about it from a therapist point of view, and you start talking about it as like, sister girl, I got it all together, that's when people are then going to start calling you out on, you know, what are you made of? And I think that's a situation that she's ultimately got herself into.
Facts.
Oh,
Let's keep it. I mean, that's what it's like, dude.
he put on his red pajamas and feel like he's supposed to get spicy tonight.
This is clear.
Oh my God.
I know her. She's from Long Beach. Like, don't try to come with the suit jacket, the boots. You still and the glow.
You know what I mean?
You still from Long Beach. I'm from Inglewood. I can see that.
I am from San Pedro, a small community in the city of Los Angeles. Okay.
So he's saying, like, you know, they're from the same place, and he's like basically trying to tell her, like,
he fed up with it. He like, well, you're not finna come on here and play this whole Dr. Cheyanne Bryant thing to sell your books and sell your consultations. Knock it off. We see through that. Shorty, you like every other one of these women out here that just want their cake and eat it too. They want to, what is it? Or eat your cake and have it too, whatever it may be. Like, no, we see through that. Cheyanne, Doc, you the one that needs some help though. You feel me? Imagine that. The one giving the advice is the one who actually need the help. Why ain't you got a man yet? Now you on all these podcasts. You everybody know your name. You got all the. Why ain't you found the right man yet? Why? Because your expectations is ridiculous. And she's known. She has a history. Literally, listen, fellas. She has a history of keeping men on retainer and not moving forward. That is a problem with women. You was engaged with a man for 10 years and never got married because you know he wasn't your guy, but you ain't cut it off. That's what Charlamagne said. Why ain't you let that man go? Why would you hold him on? Now she got this other dude, 5 years. This is a cycle. This is history repeating itself. 5 years. Straight box, nothing else, no commitment, no nothing. Because she want to have her cake and eat it too. She want to be in these streets, but also kind of be, she don't want to be called a hoe. Because if all these dudes was like, I ain't getting no relationship, I'm moving on, she had 10 bodies in a year. Knock it off.
Like, I know what kind of girl you are. Like, you can't fool me, is what he's trying to say. Like, you playing the game, you playing around, and as much as you're trying to refine the situation and make it sound prettier than it is, you know, from what he's saying, he's like, you're not fooling me. And I haven't seen her necessarily combat the things that she's saying. So I don't know.
Nothing. All of that.
Yes, he has great qualities. He does well in all that he does with me. He just emotionally
what I asked you. I asked you about his job and all that.
He does well in all areas.
Okay, she answered that. He does well in all
emotionally.
areas.
Well, I don't know. That's a broad question. What all
Paul,
areas?
you're a man, so you answer this question.
I answered.
Emotionally, he goes back and forth from I love you, I want to be with you, I'm mad because you won't be with me, you won't commit to me, and then his insecurities get the best of him, and
That was a thumbnail.
it's like, I want you, but I'm not sure if I deserve you. I'm not sure that I can facilitate you. I'm not sure that I can be with you. So when I say emotionally instability, it's like him wanting to be with me is concrete. That's not unstable. His emotions in the relationship are just unstable to where as a man, you got.
First off, shorty, he cannot emotionally be where he should be because you haven't committed to him. So the instability she's mentioning is because you got him at a crossroads. You won't come over here with him. So how can he be fully like that? That's crazy to me. That's why it's like that, because he wants you to fully commit. So if you fully committed to him, all of this emotional intel, like it would all make sense and come together, because you'd be like, okay, I get it now. He's probably applying those feelings, if y'all was in a relationship, to the situation y'all got now. And that's the problem. That's the problem. Thank you. That's the problem. That's what's going on now. So that's why y'all are at a disconnect, and she can't figure out why his emotions are the way they are. It's because of that. It's because you're not committed to him like you should be. That's the problem. And that's clear as day. You can't, come on.
To get vertical within yourself before you can be in a relationship.
God, good with these words.
This doesn't make any sense. He wants to be with you. He's standing 10 toes down that he wants to be with you. You're the one that's playing the game. You're the one that's teeter-tottering on the line for whatever reason. Yep. Right? I'm not saying.
See, everybody can see it. Everybody can see it. That's exactly what I said, Reva. Get her. Get her.
Your reason is right, wrong, or indifferent, but you're the one that's teeter-tottering on the line, and then you're turning it around to make it seem like it's his emotional instability. But it's starting to sound like his emotional instability is caused by you coming and giving him the idea that the two of you are going to be together, and then turning around and still moving like you're single, knowing where he stands.
Listen, but let me say this.
People advice.
Let me say this, Paul.
Listen.
He has every right to feel like what I've been doing as far as being in a relationship with him when I want to and is not something that gives him stability.
100%. So if you're saying that at this point, and it's weird because I don't know. I feel like Paul is like putting her in this position that, or challenging her in a way and calling her bluff on things that is causing her to have to be honest about what's really going on, because he's not going for the gusto. It doesn't matter what words you use. It doesn't matter your vocabulary. He's not going for it. He's calling your bluff. And like I said, it's calling her out in this space. And so if you're,
imagine that you with her and you've been hitting her for 5 years and she won't commit to you. She busting it down, throwing it back, going crazy in the bedroom and all that, which you're developing emotion, but she acting like the dude, like, oh no, I don't want to commit right now. Like, come on, you know how crazy that'll get in. Talking about emotional stability. She probably going crazy on this man meat. You feel what I'm saying? Going crazy on that man meat. And then she talking about, I don't want to commit. That'll drive a nigga crazy. Same way it'll drive a woman crazy if the woman's more invested and the man's not. So it's the same thing. We understand relationships. She's the one who clearly doesn't. She's proven to you right now she don't. This is why she's unqualified to be a relationship coach right now. This right here is why she's completely unqualified, shorty. How in the world is it possible for you to teach somebody else and you don't understand what's going on in your own situation? In the 10 years relationship and a 5-year one. Come on, that's bad history.
you're knowing that you are causing his emotional instability, then bringing up his emotional instability in this conversation to prove as to why you're not wanting to be with him is invalid.
However, I don't want to commit to a relationship with a man who I feel emotionally is not in a place of being able to be in a healthy relationship.
So why are you messing with him? Why are you playing mental games with him?
I'm not playing mental games with him.
Games.
It's not mental games. It's all transparency.
Why is it still sex involved?
How do you know we sexing? We could just be having a
Because you from Long Beach, I know.
She just said that the D is not a problem. She has no problem in that department.
not vitamin D deficient.
No,
So
no,
everything is good in that department.
So to turn it around and pretend that that's not what the situation is and you guys are just platonic, but you literally just said that the D is good and you don't have a problem in that department, you're kind of dancing around a little bit. I'm not going to lie. You're dancing around a little bit in the conversation, and he's calling you on it 100%.
Oh, you can't play
You could not be doing the deal.
I know what's going on.
But let me say this. It is transparent. He understands. I understand. I understand what he wants. He understands why I don't want to commit at this moment with him, which is the emotional piece that him and I talk about openly. I support him in it. I hold space for him in it.
And that's what she does. She found one reason to not commit to this guy, and she's causing the reason. That's like causing the problem and selling you the drug. You see what I'm saying? She's in control. Oh, it's because your emotional instability. Even though I'm the reason you're constantly feeling that way. I'm making you feel that way, but because you feel that way, it's why I can't commit fully to you. It does not get any more crazier than this. Snatch that doctor off, because she needs a doctor.
He's, we've talked about it intensively, and he understands it. And he's.
Come here. Sit. All right, let him off the leash. Go ahead.
That's what I'm doing?
Yeah, that's exactly.
Oh,
Come here.
Well, you know what? If that's what I'm doing, I'll say this, and people are going to be mad. I'm okay. If I'm doing what Paul said, I'd much rather be the one walking you at the dog park than the one on the leash.
You what?
If that's true.
So this is exposing her being in her masculine energy, which is very important. Okay, it's very important for the women who are taking the advice of this woman. It's very important for the women who are listening to the things that she's saying about relationships and relationship dynamics. And the reason why is because if you're a feminine woman, if you're a soft woman, and you want to get into a relationship where you have a leader, where you have protection, and you're not the leader and you're not the protection, then you are going to have to listen and understand the power dynamics that are not going to work. Because
she's telling you right now, I'm the one in charge. I'd rather be the one walking the leash. And if he's listening, listen, I'd rather be the one. This man should delete her number, block her, walk away from this situation. You can deserve somebody better than this, bro. The cat ain't worth it. The cat ain't worth it, dog. That cat got 9 lives, and it ain't trying to, you know what I mean?
She's having fun. She's doing her thing because she has somebody who she can get, intimacy from whenever she feels like. And like he said, she's walking him around on this leash, and she's running the show. She's the boss of that situation. Hence why maybe it's comfortable for her to go back to that and stay in that, because he's allowing that space. And at the same time, she's saying out of one breath that she wants to be married and she wants to be whatever the case is. She's giving people relationship advice and marriage advice, but you over here walking somebody like a dog.
Crazy.
Playing yo-yo with them. Playing games. You're doing to the man what you see men are doing to women. And again, ironically, how she rose to the topic of conversation within this space is based off of her checking Cam Newton for that same said behavior.
Those are selfish acts at the expense of your fear. So at what point do you...
Look, when somebody start doing this and they start going over here and doing all that, they full of shit.
You feel the fear, do it anyways. And yeah, that is a low functioning behavior. I'm going to wait till I dissipate my fear to find a wife where I'm still going to be fearful with, because there's no such thing as not having some type of nerve or some type of feeling behind marrying somebody.
The only difference with that situation was that there was children involved.
God bless her.
That's the only difference.
God bless her.
So that means, to my point, at 42, I'm not opt out. We are not opt out. Okay, we have options, and we are not on the leash. We can actually be the one holding the leash. It's all about your standards. It's all about you understanding who you are and you standing in and on your square and you doubling down on that, period. There's men out there who...
You hear that? A bunch of fucking nothing. Let's bring that back. Let's listen to this again.
Was that there was children involved.
Listen to this word salad.
Okay, that's the only difference.
So that means, to my point, at 42, I'm not opt out. We are not opt out. Okay, we have options, and we are not on the leash. We can.
At 42, we have options. Yeah, like options like should I have a $500,000 life insurance policy or should I just go with 750? Like, knock it off.
Actually be the one holding the leash. It's all about your standards. It's all about you understanding who you are and you standing in and on your square and you doubling.
It's all about your standards and believing who you are and standing on your square. That's basically that's code. That's code. That's literally code for I don't have to listen. I don't have to submit. I believe what I believe, and I'm not listening to nobody. I'm going to stand on my square because I know myself. Shorty, you're 42. You're 42. And a lot of the times, relationships, the people that you link up with know you better sometimes than you know yourself because they're so close to you. You've exposed secrets with them. They see your vulnerabilities, and they're able to identify things that might be able to help you. That's why I'd be like, sometimes I look at my wife and be like, I know you better than you know yourself. And if you just listen to me, watch how these things go because everybody in their head think they know everything. But this is proving it. I'm not. I'm going to be the leader. I'm going to feel how I feel and believe what I believe, and no matter what, I can't be wrong. That's code. If you listen to this, that's what she's saying.
Okay, that's the only difference.
That's what she's saying
that
right
means,
now.
To my point, at 42, I'm not opt out. We are not opt out. Okay, we have options, and we are not on the leash. We can actually be the one holding the leash. It's all about your standards. It's all about you understanding who you are and you standing in and on your square.
42 talking about dating somebody in their late 20s.
You doubling down on that, period. There's men out there who...
How old is this nigga? That's what I want to know. The dude she cracking her up, how old is this guy? Gotta be some young, dumb dude. And that's probably why she said probably high 20s, because that's why you would start so low, because that's who you're dealing with.
Who will show up in any capacity we want.
And what can a 28 man have to offer a 42-year-old? Come on, man.
We don't have to settle. And we don't have to settle at a certain time. We can do what we want. Because I tell you one thing I'm not doing. I ain't doing time, but I ain't spending a whole lot of time with who I want, when I want. And both of us are enjoying it, getting what we want.
Come on. Y'all can't be just taking too long when y'all cook. Y'all gotta making some decisions around here.
Woo-wee, boy, that is messy. Dr. Bryant, shame on you, dog. Cheyanne, I'll call you Cheyanne Bryant for now. We're going to take that doctor off. I might put like the doctor and then put the X on the doctor, because Cheyanne Bryant, this is terrible. You, as a doctor in anything, you should be assessing the situation and adding value to other people who go like, you are destroying it. They got this mindset that shorty, she's 42. She will never get married. 42, never get married. Guaranteed you. By 50, hella more bodies on her. She gonna be like, oh, how long are they? 28, 30? Come on, knock it off, man.
I think that what's interesting about this situation is that he genuinely called her out on it, and it forced her to have to.
Shout out Reva, man. Good one. Let me know what y'all think about that one, because this one crazy.